Hi everyone, and thanks for checking out this video. So today I thought I would do something kind of different than my normal um, horror franchise review that I have going on. But I thought I'd take a little break from that and um, do a separate ranking. So as most of you probably know, if you follow my channel, my largest subgenre of horror movies are horror anthology movies. I probably have about 50 or 55 of them. Um, that basically range from 1945 with Dead of Night all the way to 2018. I want to say maybe 2019. I'm not sure what the last one was. It's in my collection, but so far I've watched about seven of them. And so I thought I would go ahead and rank those seven from my least favorite to my favorite. So first I'll just go through and show you what the seven are. So the first one's Three Extremes. These are in alphabetical order. Amusement would be the second one. Asylum, The Uncanny, Twilight Zone the movie, Chilling Visions, Five Senses of Fear, and XX, which is actually that's probably the most recent one. Well, no, that's 2017. I have other ones from 2018. I know for sure. So those are the seven movies that I'll look to be ranking. So I'll start with my least favorite, number seven, and work my way up to number one here. Um, it's kind of tough, but unfortunately, it might not be popular opinion, but I'm going to have to go with XX as number seven, or my least favorite out of these seven. The four stories they had were interesting. They had interesting premises, but they never really landed. They never really hit the landing with any of them for me. Um, but I mean, I can watch it. It's just not of the horror anthologies that I've watched so far. It's just not my favorite. I just don't think it's put together terribly well. Um, Although it is well directed, the four female directors that put this together, they all did a good job. I just None of the stories were particularly scary. Um, Her Only Living Son was probably my favorite of the four, which was the last story. But yeah, XX right now it's number seven of the seven horror anthologies I've seen. Then I think I'll go with this one, The Uncanny. So this one is from the 70s, 1977. Obviously, you can see it stars Peter Cushing here. This one's got three stories. And obviously, if you can't tell from this cover and the name, that it's basically about cats that are out to get humans, basically, which is sort of an interesting premise to start with. It's pretty good. It's got some good actors in it. Peter Cushing, obviously, in the wraparound story, is probably the best part of this movie. Of the three segments, I would say the first one. Um, I don't know if they're titled here, but the first one's basically about this old woman that has all these cats in her house, and basically this woman and her, I believe it's her, if I remember right. It's like her guy friend or whatever. They basically kill her, and then they try to take some valuables. Or no, I think it was like the deed to the house or something. I can't exactly remember, but of course, the cats basically defend her even though she's dead, and you know, it's not bad. Like I said, Peter Cushing, and it's not horrible, but I can't say it's one of my favorites either. I mean, killer cats, basically. I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch, but this would be my sixth favorite, The Uncanny. Um, Next up, I'll have to go with. Hmm, I think I'm actually going to go with Three Extremes. Now, I actually thought I might rank this higher, but this has got three stories that are really effective for what they're going for. Um, my favorite would probably be, well, the first one's definitely the grossest. Um, Of course, for those of you that don't know, this is an Asian horror anthology. Takasha Miike, Chan Fruit, and Chan Wook Park are the three directors. But the first one, which I believe is entitled Dumplings, is definitely the grossest one. I think my favorite's actually the last one, though. I believe it's entitled The Box. But they're good. All three stories are pretty good. They are extreme, so the title is right in that. I don't know that they're particularly scary. I would say more suspenseful, especially the second one. But the third one has a great twist in it that I really enjoyed. The third one, I believe, that one was directed, yeah, Box by Takasha Miike. Dumplings by Chan Fruit and Chan Wook Park directed Cut, which is probably the most suspenseful one, kind of the Saw parody, if you will. But I think Box is probably the best one. But yeah, definitely check it out. Three Extremes, it's good. That would be fifth place for me. Yeah. Next, I'll go with Chilling Visions, Five Senses of Fear. So this one has five short films: Smell, See, Touch, Taste, and Listen. Um, I pretty much enjoyed all of these, with the exception of Touch wasn't necessarily my favorite. That's the one with the 12-year-old boy. He's involved in the car accident, and his parents are hurt, and um, I enjoyed C, and Listen was the one with the sort of the found footage. That one was okay. I think Taste and C are probably my two favorite, and Smell was pretty good too. Sorry, I just have to kind of recollect my memory on each of them. Yeah, that's the one with like the smell, the perfume or the cologne, whatever it was. That one was good. So I'd say 3 out of 5 I really enjoyed. This is a good anthology if you haven't seen it. It's not really talked about a whole lot. Um, I don't know that any of them are particularly scary, but I think a few of them are really effective. So yeah, that would out of the seven, that would be my fourth favorite. So check that one out. I think I'm going to go with Amusement next. Now, this one I really enjoyed the three stories. It's kind of hard to sum this one up because I don't know if it's a wraparound story or just like a main story, I guess you'd call it. It's not really a wraparound story, but the first three stories that sort of lead into the main story, I really enjoyed, and I thought all three of them were really solid. And if the fourth story or the main story was as good as the first three, this might be my number one out of these seven. But the sort of the concluding story, the main story, just didn't hit home for me. It seemed kind of, yeah, I don't know. They just didn't nail it. It kind of seemed like a cop out. But the first three stories that led to it were I really enjoyed, and there's definitely some creepy moments here. Although this is a little bit of false advertising here, because really this character you only see in one of the three stories. So your fear, his amusement. That's the tagline. It's good though. I would definitely recommend checking out Amusement. That's my third favorite. Second, the pretty well known one, I'll have to go with The Twilight Zone, the movie from 1983. I really enjoy 3 out of the 4 segments. The only one I don't really care for is the one directed by Steven Spielberg with the old folks home. Um, that one, it was a remake of one of the episodes from the series, which I love. Um, I just didn't think it was that great. The first one was good about the guy that was kind of a bigot and got sent back to all of these places to experience what it was like to be like a Jew and a black man and I think Asian. Um, the third one was really good with the kid that was the takeoff of it. It's a Good Life. And then of course the one on the plane. The one with I actually enjoyed that one more than with John Lithgow than I did the one with William Shatner from the show. I know that's probably an unpopular take, but I thought that was the most effective out of the 4. So yeah, the Twilight Zone, the movie, definitely. Most people have seen this, but this is a great horror anthology that you got to have, along with the series, in my opinion. But that's a different video. And finally, out of the 7 that I've seen, my absolute favorite which I have a feeling when I watch all these, it's still going to be one of my top 10, is Asylum from Amicus. This is just a phenomenal anthology movie that I really enjoy. Robert Powell, the guy that played the best version of Jesus himself, is in this as Dr. Martin. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed all the segments. I think there's four, and then the wraparound story, three or four. It's got Peter Cushing in it, Barbara Perkins, great cast, Patrick McGee, and just got a great wrap up and a great twist. Love this movie. It's definitely the best movie I think that Amicus made, not just horror anthology, but of all the movies they made. Asylum, from what I've seen so far out of these seven, is definitely my number one horror anthology from 1972. Check it out if you haven't seen it. So yeah, that's going to conclude this video, guys. I'm hoping to watch more horror anthologies, obviously, over the course of the summer. I'll have another one of these lists at some point, but I just thought it'd be kind of fun to come on here and do what I've seen so far from my collection. So go ahead and comment down below if you've seen any of these seven anthologies, what you think of them. If you have any questions about what you haven't seen, like this video and subscribe to this channel to see more upcoming review videos. So thanks and have a great day. Bye.